drip like this. You know, Leo, beloved is hanging. I can't even get it out. Beloved is handing out songs tonight to detail what's getting ready to happen in the lives of the collective, and yours is drip like this. And I'm thinking about that song. I know the song "Drip Like This." Gotta have money, just drip like this. I think it's by Bankhead Freddie or something. Bankroll Freddie and somebody, baby, little baby. But either way, drip like this. They talking about financial abundance, talking about material gain. So you might be coming into a time, Leo, after this dark period of whatever you went through. I see like you going into like circles, things just happening, and it's like you going around and around wondering when this roller coaster of BS is gonna stop. And it's like it was going on for a reason and for a purpose, because after all of that you've gone through, it is time for you to be blessed and highly favored. So Leo, let's go ahead and get into this reading. See the message that beloved has for you. Beloved, what's going on with Leo? Why is Leo dripping like this? I said that so proper. Dripping like this. What's going on with Leo? Trust. You know what, Leo? And this is beautiful. You got trust and harmony. But and this is at the center of your reading. Faith. With faith, all things are possible. In the midst of everything you've been through, Leo, you never lost your faith. You never stopped believing that like something better was coming right around the corner. Like you never gave up in the midst of whatever adversity you was facing or whatever things you were going through. Like you always had hope, you always had faith. It's like you never allowed for the situations to get inside you. You maintained your peace inside, even in the moments where you may have been wearing a mask and wasn't really like showing it to the outside world, but you maintain this peace in your heart that knew like that you could put your trust in God or a higher power for some of you. I feel like that display of faith was a great testimony to your relationship with God, your relationship with the divine, your relationship with the universe. It was looked upon from a heavenly realm as true belief in the unseen. You know, excuse me, I need some water. My throat chakra been messed up ever since I tried to start this reading. This is the second time. It's like this message is trying to be stopped in some way. But, excuse me. I'm reminded of the book of Job. And Job, in the midst of great adversity, right? Like, beloved called all the angels together. Yeah, you know, come on, let me see what y'all been up to, where y'all been at, what, check in, you know, so everybody checking in, you know, Satan checking in, and, you know, saying like, you know, I've been through and fro around the earth or whatever. And God, blood of brag on his children. God, like, have you seen my servant Job, though? Because Job was a man of great faith in the midst of his environment and everything that he was going through, right? So, you know, El Diablo's like, well, let me test him. He only act like that because you got a hedge of protection on him. If I test him, I guarantee you he'll flip or switch on you, right? The love is like, all right, just don't harm him, right? So course, El Diablo was able to task Job, kill his whole family, take all his wealth, and he still believed in God. His wife sent somewhere talking about just curse God and die. And Job, like, woman, you understand what I'm saying? That's why I'm sorry, man. Don't be letting your wives mislead and guide you. They did it a lot in the Bible. I'm not saying us females can't be of good source, but at the crucial moment, sometimes we ain't speaking from God's point of view, okay? That's why man is the head, woman's the tail. But that's for another story. But either way, after all that, God ain't gonna never leave you alone. So, Job had these little friends and whatnot. And they came through, try to comfort him, telling them all wrong things about God. Yeah, if you just do this, maybe it's because you did that. And this and that, not knowing the whole time that God is testing Job because Job was like faithful. Okay? Job was faithful to God and God's word. So after these three friends or whatnot, Job would question God not from a disrespectful standpoint, but more from a want to gain knowledge standpoint. These people that came to, these friends, quote unquote, that came to Job act like they knew God better than Job, right? And you going through this because of this, and maybe it was because you did this, just leaving the poor man hopeless. Either way, to make a long story short, Job ended up getting everything back he had and more, right? And God told him, pray for your friends, because God really wanted to rebuke them harshly, but God's like, pray for them. So when no matter the adversities you face, when you keep your faith in God, that is commendable. And I feel like whatever you've been through, you maintained your faith in God, your relationship with the divine, and that's commendable to God. Okay? Body care. Too much concern with the external. This may have been what this test may have been about to a certain extent. Maybe, because let's remember who we're speaking to now. We speaking to the kings and queens of wands. These the finest people in the deck. Okay, they fine, they're attractive, they sexy. A lot of people are attracted to them. They're fun, they're outgoing, they're creative. When you come around them, you just feel like excited. Okay, I feel like excuse me, it was too much concern. This message, I see why this message don't want to come out. Too much concern with the external, how you look, what you drive, what kind of house you got, how your eyelashes look, hair, things that have no tangible weight in life. Does it really matter? Because when you go to the grave, you ain't gonna be worried about no goddamn eyelashes or beard. But it seems as if this is what God was drawing attention to. Stop paying so much attention to the external, right? And through this lesson, through this blessing, is what God's telling me to say. Through this blessing, you have learned the power of having faith and things that's unseen. And by having faith in things that's unseen, maybe you can finally see yourself clearly, to see that those things that you think matter are really not that important. Okay? Take that how that applies. Ooh. Come through, God. Archangel Michael in the recent past. See, Archangel Michael was there protecting you, leading you, guiding you. I I used to, I'm not going to say I used to because I still do, but I used to be a heavy Christian, right? Like, if I was walking with God, I was completely walking. Ain't no half-stepping, ain't no cursing and having sex and doing nothing. No. We were walking straight, okay? And I remember going to a Joyce Meyer's conference. And I'll never forget it because those were really hard times at that time. And I was really looking for a word from God. But I was never naive. And so Joyce Meyers had a sermon. It was like new level, new devil, and she was teaching the people this about El Diablo and that about El Diablo. And I remember thinking to myself, even Archangel Michael don't say much other than saying the Lord rebukes you. So if the angels in heaven, with all these tiers of angels they have, if the angels in heaven are rebuking him by saying, the Lord rebukes you, I'm a human, I ain't finna play with him. You understand what I'm saying? People open up doors and stuff that they know nothing about, talking, all of that, okay? Be careful the words that come out of your mouth. Now, and I say that because by you having Archangel Michael in the past, you needed some form of protection from something that waged war against you in the spiritual realm, okay? When angels show up in our life, we are in spiritual warfare. I mean, our angels are always there, don't get me wrong, but specifically when Archangel Michael show up, it is about protection. There could have been something. No, ain't no there could have been. There was something that you were protected from. Period. Something you had no knowledge of. You know how many times God sends his angels to protect us from ourselves? It could have been, you could have been at the wrong place at the wrong time. You know how you hear stuff on the news about, such and such, they were at their friend's house and 3 people came in and robbed and killed. You understand what I'm saying? Well, we don't know how much protection has been around us in our lives because it never happens, but you were definitely protected from something, okay? Yeah, you need to forgive yourself. There's some things that you're beating yourself up for right now, something you feel guilty about. Forgive yourself. It seems like whatever this thing was, it was meant to happen and happened for a reason, and it happened to protect you from something that was going to happen in the past, okay? New beginnings. Drip like this. Going back into that drip like this energy. And you guys hear me kind of speeding up because I really wanted to get into the tarot with your reading. And I don't want it to be too long. But that Archangel Michael coming out, it's like, what did you need to be protected from? Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the tarot. Beloved, what is going on with the Leos? What's the message you have for the Leos? What's the message you have for my Leos, please? Wow. Something is slowing me down when it comes to dealing these cards, so I better go ahead and cut them right there. Wow. I don't know what you were protected from, but Archangel Michael was on it. Why do I feel like there was some people plotting on you or devising a plan against you? Let's see. No, I think I want to flip them. Why is body care here? Too much concern with the material. External things. things that are only good in this life and in this world. This is what beloved uncovered. This is why, ooh, it's funny how she's standing there, right, almost exposed, right? And it's a blanket here, right, that she really needs. But beloved's like, no, I'm exposing it because I want to show you what's been important to you. This is what's been important, whatever these things are. And beloved is saying, no, that's not what's important. Be more transparent, be more authentic. Something was exposed. You may have felt embarrassed at a time regarding something, Leo. Whatever this was that was exposed, whatever this storm was that came through, it was meant to something was off balance here. Beloved is detailing it because could have easily put that blanket on her and covered her up. But instead, beloved is like, look at this pinnacle. I need to expose this so they can see what I've been seeing from a spiritual realm. Okay? Why is Archangel Michael here? There was something that was coming towards you you had no idea of. This is the Justice card. Justice, depending upon if it's in the physical realm or the spiritual realm, can mean so many different things. There was something that you were protected from. If you had to sit down, if you lost your car, or if you had to stay in the house, or you was on house arrest, something was used as a hedge of protection for you. Oh, wow. It was something you were blinded to. For some reason, why do I feel like this person is blind? Because it's like she's reading like Braille. Is that what it's called? Or something? Something you didn't see coming. But beloved knows all things and sent Archangel Michael to protect you from it. Could have been a legal situation. Could have been a situation that calls for some type of police intervention or something like that, an ambulance. Let's proceed. Trust. No Vice of Wands. In the midst of everything you went through, you didn't lose your faith. You always kept this spark of hope. And this is a very little spark, and I'm going to tell you why. See, I'm not sure how many people know, but in the tarot, these are all giants, right? That's why the backgrounds always look smaller, are smaller. Because remember, in the time of Noah, the giants were roaming the earth. And you only get that, I think, in the book of, I want to say in the book of James. You got to dig outside of the Bible. But either way, you always kept that spark of hope, regardless of what you were going through. In this night energy, that spark is what gave you the enthusiasm to keep fighting. You may be knocked down for a second, but it was only for a moment. You always got back up and believed and trusted in the Most High. Believed that things was going to turn around for you. And I believe that, beloved, showed you little by little that I'm always here, right? Your faith was commended in the heavenly realm, Leo. Harmony. See what I'm saying? So now I understand why I've been so spiritual in your reading, because we got Archangel Michael showing up, and then we got the angel El Diablo showing up. Yes, let's not forget, El Diablo was a fallen angel too. But you avoided something. It's Archangel Michael. But I feel like you got a passed on loved one too that was watching over you or praying for you or doing something in the spiritual realm to cover and protect you. Something would have been an inciting event in your life, but it was like God blocked it. He wouldn't let it be so type energy. Because remember, you always kept your faith in God, okay? That light, that little light, this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. That light was commendable. I feel like you humbled yourself and prayed or wrote to God or talked to God about it or something. It was like something was going to come against you. And God blocked it. And I feel like you need to know this, Leo. If you've been wondering why things have been going a certain way, it has been divine protection. Okay? Yes. Stop being so hard on yourself, Leo, because divine protection. Archangel Michael guarding and protecting you from something. This is something you had no freaking idea about. Look at the fire in the back. Okay? And she's somewhere safe with Archangel Michael with her. And look, like all kind of, what is that, a iguana, angels, a gnome, a fairy? I don't know what these are symbolic of. But yeah, you were protected. That's why beloved is saying stop being so hard on yourself. If you only knew what I just protected you from, you wouldn't even, like, those other things wouldn't even matter to you. Because what I protected you from would have been an exciting event in your life. Okay? Whew. So something is coming in. It's something that's like why am I getting like an award? Or some type of, remember I was talking about like it was commendable in the spiritual realm? This is some type of reward, is what I believe I'm hearing. Reward. Some type of reward for enduring. Like, this person, and I feel like this is beloved sitting there and has judged this situation and found it commendable. The way you handle it. And this is this new beginning that's coming in. This light is coming after this time of this quote unquote blessing. Let's go ahead and look what comes out. Throat chakra. The very thing I was struggling with. The angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. So this could definitely be a message for you, Leo. But let's see, beloved, what's the message you have for Leo as we close out this reading? Beloved, what's the message you have for Leo as we close out this reading, please? I feel like either, Leo, you know or you don't know about this. Parents. The divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability. The angels are helping you heal from any pain associated with your mother and your father. This makes me wonder. Let me get a couple more cards, because nothing about your parents came up in this reading. Maybe this is who was in the spiritual realm. If your mother or father have passed on, or you have a loved one that's passed on, a grandparent or something like that, this is who was helping you in the spiritual realm with Archangel Michael. Let's see, what else does Leo need to know? What else? What else does Leo need to know? That might be it, Leo. Okay. And then you got an animal spirit guide, power animal. Your animal spirit guide is a guardian to you, and it's helping you with this situation. You know what's interesting? And I've never thought of it this way, but think about this next time, guys, when you're out. Because sometimes I'll be in the store and people come in with these big ass service dogs or whatever, companion dogs, and I'll be like, why are dogs in the grocery store? You know, that OCD kick in. But these are literally their spirit guides, their animal spirit guides. In the midst of their hardest time, you gotta have somebody, and Beloved is so compassionate to us that he even utilizes the animals among us. So you can have a cat, a dog, a bird, a rabbit, a hamster, whatever is around you is your spirit guide helping you through this situation, or was helping you through this situation. Hello from heaven. I'm leaving it there. I don't, I got these cards, and these are like cards of what's going on in heaven. They like come in a double deck. I almost felt in violation to a certain extent. I can do it, but sometimes too much information is not good for you. Let's just put it like that. But Leo, we at 27 minutes. Let me go ahead and close it out for you. I thank you guys so much for tapping into Black Madonna HP's Table Etiquettes. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, love, peace, and soul. Take care, Leo.